Hello, conscious co-creators, and welcome to this pick a card reading today. Our topic for this reading is going to be June blessings. So we're going to take a look into the month ahead, see what's coming up for you, great expectations for the month. So positive intention surrounding this reading. We are going to leave it a bit open. I do want to remind you, if you are an Evolve member, Gold or Diamond members, you have access to exclusive monthly guidance and a pick a card that provides you with linear guidance for the month ahead, which is a bit different. You have access to that every month. So this is your reminder to go and watch that monthly guidance and that pick a card, pull your card so you can get extended guidance for the path forward for the month of June. This month, Julie has chosen our deck. Soulless and Soul Purpose deck is Julie's choice. The members choose for the month. And here are your card options, just as a reminder. Face Your Adversaries was card number 1. Speak Up is card number 2. And Become a Clear Channel is card option number 3. Again, this is exclusive guidance for Gold and Diamond Evolve members. If you are interested in getting access to exclusive guidance all the time, then you can head down to the description and click on the link next to the Evolve membership. That will give you all the information that you need to join and get access to that. Okay, so what we're going to do is keep this pretty open, as I said, for June blessings, positive intention, and we're going to look into 3 astral houses and get insight on them, which is really great. We are pulling 4 cards. This is the Elemental Oracle here. There's 2, 3. Anybody else? No. Shuffle. 4. So we're working with elements for your card choice just to kick this June energy off. Card option 1, group 1, Attraction Magnetism. It's card number 37 in this deck. Card option 2 and group 2, Alchemy and Magic. Wow. Card number 43. If you're looking to vibe with the numerology, or the numbers, sometimes it's helpful to help you intuitively choose. Option number 3, group 3, Expansion and the North card. Card number 1 in this deck. Seems to be a theme a bit. Okay, and finally, group number 4, option 4, card number 21, Companionship and Animals. Okay. So take a look, vibe them out. Once you've made your intuitive selection, you can head down to the description and click on the link, the timestamp next to the card option that you've chosen. And then I will see you in your June blessings reading. Hello, group 1, and welcome to your June blessings reading. If you're listening to this, you've chosen the attraction card with magnetism. So law of attraction definitely working. I feel like whatever it is that you're wanting to call into your life for June, this may be the kickstart of it. You may actually see some representation of it showing up in your life. Depending on how it is that you vibe, you may feel this like spark where your light within is shining even more brightly, that you feel like you're suddenly magnetic, or that people are being drawn to you in a different kind of way, or opportunities are being drawn to you in a different kind of way than you're used to. But we definitely need more information. The only other thing I want to say before we set your card aside for a bit and lay out your spread is it is a 37-10-1. So I think that maybe there was a block in place, or there were some markers that had to be hit. If you haven't been feeling this law of attraction vibe happening in your life, you haven't been feeling so magnetic, or you're like, where are all the things that are supposed to be deserving? Where are the things that I deserve? Where are the things that I know that I've been working towards, or I know that I have been calling in? Where are they? You may have had to get to a marker where something needed to end in order for something else to begin. And that's why we're getting that 37 there. But as I said, we're going to take a deeper, closer look for sure. The first thing I'm going to do is get 3 astral houses here for us to work with and pull on to see what information they can give us. There's 1, 2. Okay. So, let's see what we have here for you. Group number 1. Happiness, lovely. Love and marriage. Love and marriage. Okay. Very interesting combination for June. A happy marriage, love coming into your life, the marriage of different people, perhaps new relationships. I mean, I'm very interested to see how these are going to work together. We're going to get a couple of tea leaves for each just to add to the insight. Give us more insight, please. Happiness, love, and marriage. Little focal points for your month, group 1. I mean, you may be very well attracting in a happy relationship, a happy marriage. I mean, that's okay. Let's see what we have with happiness. A stubborn or aggressive person. Pleasure with a close friend. Interesting. The love energy. We've got ring. Holy. A marriage will take place either romantic or business. Doubling down on this energy. There's some commitment here. Love this for you. And fan, romance celebration party. Oh my gosh, some of you are getting married in June, so congratulations if that is you. This could also be any kind of marriage of the souls, of energy, of sorts, of the heart, etc. That they're clearly talking about for you, group 1. You are attracting something in. You could be having a child. You could be attracting in the job opportunity of a lifetime. You could be attracting in a new work companion, work partner. You could be attracting in a new animal to love. It's a committed energy that's most certain. We haven't even gotten to the marriage card yet. Wow. For some of you are definitely going to either be getting proposed to or getting married. You could be buying the house, so making a commitment with the person you love. Wow. Romance celebration party. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, let's see what the marriage cards have to say. Flowers and happiness. Happy marriage. Wreath. Sorrow over loss. Interesting. This is reminding me of when somebody gets married and they represent their crossed over loved ones at the ceremony, like because they can't be there, like if your grandparent passed away or your parent passed away or, again, a close friend, somebody who you would have really wanted to be at this special time in your life. This could be, if you're just graduating from college or completing a program where you've been offered, a new position or a new job or opportunity that you're really going to love, right? Or you're committing to something that you're really going to love to bring you happiness, clearly. You may be missing. This just completely feels like I am missing some. I wish they were here. I wish they were here. If you have a person where this is hitting home and resonating for you, group 1, check down below. I have a resource around reconnecting. It's totally free for you, and it helps you to reconnect with your crossover loved one. So if that is you, they are watching over you. I feel like there's like a sidebar of I'm present. I'm seeing everything you're accomplishing. I'm seeing everything you're doing. I will be present. That's what it feels like at the marriage. Or again, it doesn't have to be an actual marriage. It could be just a big positive marker that you're committing to, something like a graduation, something that you've accomplished. They're there. I know that it might be really sad because they're not, there physically, but they're not missing this for the world. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. Let's get some more insight for you on each of these areas because, wow, what a nice cohesive June. It's something to celebrate. Those that are, it feels almost like there's a prayer that's being said. Those that are with us, those that have crossed on, they're just proud. I want to dig into this because we've got a little bit of opposing energy for you. So happiness, and then like, again, I know I'm going to be there's no way to avoid it, where it's sort of the example is a marriage, but take that as it resonates, right? It doesn't mean that you're getting married necessarily. It's a commitment of some sort that you're making to someone or something you love or an opportunity that's happening, etc. Because again, remember your card, group 1. Something is ending and something is beginning, and it's being attracted to you now. It's being magnetized. You're becoming more magnetic and attracting this stuff in. And it's really cool. Okay, so this combo feels like if we're talking about a wedding or planning something, right? A celebration. You're getting kind of both of these energies from perhaps the people around you. So there's like a stubborn person who wants it the way they want it. And then also people who you really love so much who are there to celebrate you, right? To party with you, to be there to see your accomplishment, or even if it's not this huge celebration, you know, like a huge party or something, if you've accomplished something, it's the person you call to say, I did it, you know, I can't believe it. And they're like, holy, I can't believe you did this. I'm so proud of you. Well done. Well done. And they may say something to you, group 1. So if that happens, if someone says, you know, your grandmother would be so proud of you right now, that's an indicator to tell you they're watching, you know, that crossover loved one, that person in spirit is watching you. That may be said to you as well, group 1. That might be, literally said, they're saying. So interesting. Look out for that. So it's not meant to, I think, interrupt your happiness. You're going to have people of all sorts that you may be connecting with or around, you know, fielding their energy, exchanging energy with them over the course of the month, or around this celebration, or around this accomplishment. Okay, let's see what we have for the tarot here. 10 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. Interesting. Yeah, so this again is this combination feels like you've done work. So for a lot of you, I mean, it is June, right? Don't people graduate in June? I feel like that's not unusual. You may be going on a trip to celebrate your graduation, or maybe you're going on a trip to celebrate a new business that you're starting, or an accomplishment that you've had. They're saying team building. I don't know what that means. Maybe you're going on a team building retreat or something. Here, with this combination, you can see, look at all this weight she has on her shoulders with these flowers. The 10 of Wands is that 37-10-1. This is the close of it. It's like you've been carrying something and probably working very diligently on it. It's been a while. A 7 of Pentacles is work that we have to trust is going to yield results. And for you, group 1, I mean, the results are happening, right? The blessings after blessings, the connections, and you're able to set down the weight. You know, that's really great. So to have a 10 of Wands, it's always like Spirit saying, you've come to the end of the road here, okay? And connected to a happiness energy, it's like, you can release the burden. Well done. Good job. The 7 of Pentacles tells me that you're involved in something that is going to make you happy and that you love. So just because you've reached this marker, it doesn't mean it's over, right? This is just going to keep continuing. You're going to keep needing to show up to do the work, whether that's a new relationship that you're in and you're beginning a life with somebody. You know, marriage is literally 7 of Pentacles energy, right? It's like we show up, we do the thing, we use the experience we have, we show up again, we do the thing, and it blooms and blossoms over time. It yields fruit over time, is how they're saying it. So by all means, you've hit the marker. You can release the burden. You can allow yourself to be happy. Do your best to feel this energy between these. They feel like opposing forces, like it's that super happy friend, and then, you know, your mother-in-law who's like, I don't want to wear, or that, you know, there's this combination of people that are like, is that, well, I can't do that, or someone who's complaining, or, you know, and then you have the person who's going above and beyond for you, and it just feels like you're going to have a lot of happiness coming from even, it's like appreciating both sides of the spectrum of the people who are around you. That's how I'll say it. And it's safe for you to drop the burden, but know that the work is not over. If you're graduating from a program, if you're starting a business, if you're just getting an opportunity for a job, it's wonderful. You can breathe, like exhale, but the work will still continue. And it may very well be required of you through June. This is about using your experience, showing up day after day to build something longer term, which is wonderful. Okay, let's look at this party, this love, romance, marriage, business. I'd love to see some more insight for you, group number one. Again, it's undeniable. For some of you, this is very clear. You're like, yeah, that's me. I'm getting married. Or maybe your anniversary is in June, and so you're going on a trip or you're doing something to celebrate it. Maybe you're hitting a milestone anniversary, a milestone birthday with the people that you love. Let's see what we have here. High Priestess, interesting. Definitely feels like a milestone with the curtain energy here. Like we can't see what's beyond. She can though. And the sun, so much happiness in this pull. It's here, it's showing up as the sun card here, and it's here in all of the areas. Okay, the High Priestess energy is about your intuition. These are both major arcana cards with love. If you're wondering, like, let's say you are getting married and you're wondering if you're doing the right thing. If you get cold feet, I would say trust your intuition, because this seems to be like a very positive and happy, joyful energy connected to it. You may just be getting cold feet. Your intuition will tell you that you're on the right path or you're doing the right thing, and it's okay to celebrate or to make this connection. A marriage will take place literally in your love house. So again, whether that is a job where someone offers you a job and you're like, this is like my dream job, or clearly this is being offered to me for a reason. I feel like it is intuitively aligned for me. So I am going to allow myself to celebrate, to be joyful, to lean into this growth that is happening, to allow myself to, it feels like moving on almost. The commitment coming from the heart and the celebratory energy and the joyful energy. I mean, the sun is the most positive card in the tarot. At least that's how a lot of people read it. And it is true. It comes with this vibe of healing, growth. Sometimes it has a childlike energy to it. So you may just want to have a party and celebrate and go like, my intuition tells me this is the right thing, and I just couldn't be any more excited. Even though I might be a little nervous or scared, etc. If you can trust, you'll be able to feel that you're moving in the right direction. You see the boat is headed behind the curtain, even though we can't see it. The intuition, the unseen, you'll know, yep, I'm on the right boat and I'm heading in the right direction. You also may have like a break. So that would be, a break for the summer, a month before you start this new gig. They're talking about someone needing to clear finances. Interesting. So maybe you have like an investor that's involved, and so you're needing to wait and clear the finances. So those need to come in before you can begin something, or invest, your time and energy into something, or resources. You may be going on a honeymoon, right? Or going on a trip to celebrate a milestone. The main energy in your love sector is make the commitment from the heart, do what you love. Don't be afraid to celebrate, be in joy, trust your intuition. Don't worry so much about the unknown. When you get there, you'll be able to know that it's right. She's the all-seeing, all-knowing. So your intuition will guide you. The key here is like, this is part of your joyful and abundant growth. So let yourself have it. Let yourself celebrate is what I would say. Group number one. I mean, it is wonderful energy. But again, we saw it here. It's like the work isn't over, but that's just life. You might as well celebrate. Okay, and we have the marriage. We have the happiness energy again, which I feel like, your loved one is watching over you, this loss energy combo. If you're literally getting married, like you can do something like save a seat or anything. If you're graduating, if you're having a milestone birthday, if you're going on vacation, like set a seat at the table for them, save a seat in, your audience or your crowd or whatever's happening, set a seat for them, just so you're acknowledging that they're there, right? Some people do like remembrance things. That's what they keep showing me. That's why it's like the pictures or some sort of, it's like some sort of display that acknowledges their presence, even though they're not physical anymore. And I would look for a bird in a tree of some sort. This looks like a blue bird, but they're not saying it has to be a blue bird. So that's up to you, take that as it resonates. But I would, look at this. It's like, yeah, look for the bird in a tree. You'll know when you see it. Your intuition will tell you. This is the bird. Okay, let's see what we have here. Wow, the Emperor, King of Swords, and the bird again with the bird. Yeah, there's something going on with the bird. They may show up as a bird for you, or maybe they always do. This combination in this category is like very strategic, smart decision. On point. The plans are right. The alignment is right. This is high level energy. The Emperor, along with the King of Swords, that's a master of a suit of air. It's like you're headed in the right direction. That's probably why they're like, just trust your intuition. It will tell you the truth. It will give you the clarity you need. That's only if you're like, oh my God, did I major in the right thing? Did I sign that? I signed that contract now. Am I doing the right? Sometimes we doubt ourselves as human beings. This is telling us that this marriage is completely in alignment with the structure that is best for you or in your highest good. So whether that's, again, a marriage, either romantic or business, something that you're doing for yourself in your life, a child, a parent relationship, friendship, whatever it is setting you up nicely. It also puts you in the driver's seat. And with a King of Swords, who's a very strategic, intelligent leader, we're seeing the bird once again, okay? But it feels like if you don't trust your intuition and have the clarity and it isn't aligned with your truth, it's going to be so evident for you. Most of you will already feel like you're making the right choice coming into June. You've been on the right path, and self-doubt can just creep in just because we're human. But I think if you ask for a sign, they'll just give it to you with this energy. It looks like look for the sign. If you're wondering or you're worried, ask for the sign. Ask from your specific crossed over loved one. Ask from your guides, intuition with the sun and the bird. And here we have the King of Swords, who is very intuitively connected, trusts his gut, waits for the clarity. Ask for a sign and you will receive it. Because it does set you up. Whatever this commitment is beautiful for you. It puts you in the driver's seat of your life to help you build your life in a way that is really fruitful, intelligent, strategic, and just like in alignment. This is like, I would just want to say congratulations, group one. I feel like that's bubbling up all the time and I'm holding it back. Like, well done. Good job. Don't think that the work is over, but if there is a point where you get a little break to celebrate, you can take some time off to celebrate, or you're celebrating something very specific, take that time, be present in it. You deserve it. Congratulations. Okay, let's get some more messages for you now. 31 and Thorns. Weathering the challenges ahead will bring a new and positive future. Interesting. I think, I'm putting this here, and I think that may have to do with kind of like what you're being set up for, perhaps. It's such celebratory, positive commitment energy. And this is like a reality check reminder for you, the Thorns. It's also a 31-4, which is a very stabilizing number. So whatever it is that you're up against, so you start this new job and now you have to learn a new position, you have to get acquainted, all of that. You're up for the challenge and you will be able to kind of weather them, is what the card is saying, and breathe into your new and positive future. I mean, you're setting yourself up for it. It's very positive. So know that life is not without challenges, but you'll be able to weather them. That's nice. It's just a nice kind of blunt reality check reminder, as they're having me say. I see it on this one. And Flowers. Be generous. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. Card number 11. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. I mean, I don't think that it could have been said any better at all. You have a lot of flowers in your cards as well. So much love going on, and loving commitment coming together going on. See, you can see. Yes, you're going to be able to weather the storms and get through this. You're making the right decision. You may be like coming into congregation with, or coming into community with, or making commitment to someone who is just as much up for weathering the storm. That's what the best marriages of whatever sort are made of, right? Being generous, because you know that together you can weather the challenges ahead, and that's how you remain successful as a group, as a couple, etc. Or in a project, you know, whatever the case may be, whatever you're committing to. I love it. Nice reminders from Spirit. It's funny, the flower and the thorns. Interesting, huh? That combination, it's like with every flower there are thorns. Don't forget that. Don't get worried. Don't be worried about it. You'll be able to face the challenges and move through them. Okay, let's get some advice. The ocean. Be beautiful, mysterious, wild, and free. Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, the pictures that are going to be taken, it's lovely energy. Congratulations again. Okay, and we also have opportunity, of course. You will prove yourself and discover if you brave the rough seas. This is about not holding back and allowing yourself to go, yes, I want this and I'm accomplishing this and I'm going to celebrate. Yes, I say yes to this and I'm up for the challenge. I'm up for the opportunity. I'm up for it. And allowing yourself to have the other side of the work going on, which is play and fun and joy. It seems like they're preparing you for what's up ahead, right? So a large part of this month for you may very well be enjoying yourself, etc. And I think that you chose the attraction card, the magnetism card. So I think that it's not going to stop, that this is the start of something brand new that won't be without challenges, right? Won't be without work, but is certainly like upgrading your energy. What you're going to be able to attract in the future may be very different because you're saying yes to this. I mean, it's wonderful. It's like the whole universe is opening up. That's what they just said. It's like the whole universe is opening up. Yeah. So celebrate it. And then get to work. Yeah, and they go, and then get to work. You're setting up your life. Definitely marriage, commitment vibes coming in. Let's see what we have for affirmations to close your reading. Group 1. I choose to reinterpret my fears with a more loving perspective. I'm placing this here, so if anything's popping up, again, doubts about your future, doubts about whether or not you're making the right decision, the key is to trust your intuition, let go of the burden, step into the happy. And especially if you've got people who are talking or creating drama or making you question your decision, find that alone time if you can, Group 1, to reconnect to yourself. You have very intuitive cards here. You've got the High Priestess, you've got the King of Swords. Both of them are very intelligent, wise, and connected. They wait for their truth to come in. They listen with their senses, right? They tap into their divine connection to get the answers that they need. So here, choosing to look at those fears and go, right? This is like tuning back into love and going, oh my God, this is what life is about. Doing the things that bring me joy. Saying yes to the opportunities that fill my heart. Spending time with people I love. Celebrating my achievements. And then, yeah, facing the fears and facing the challenges. Facing the thorns and the flowers. And, you know, if you bleed, you bleed. Put a Band-Aid on and let's keep moving. You've got this. You're setting things up for yourself very beautifully. So reinterpreting any of those fears or doubts that come up. And as I said, just pay attention if other people seem to be affecting your energy like kind of negatively, that you're conscious of how much time you're spending with them and what you're taking in. There's a nice combo. And I suspect that if that's going on to kind of, like energy vampire vibe, right? Like suck your happiness. There's probably someone very close, dog, close up. It's like a relationship with a close friend. You have a loyal companion somewhere around that you can be like texting, calling, meeting for coffee, go grab a drink, whatever it is, right? Where you can be like, oh my God, I need to unload, or like, I can't believe this is happening. And they will put you in such a good vibration, switch that for you so that you feel amazing and you can see it from a different perspective. Okay, let's see what we have here. When I've overshared, I simply say, wait, why am I talking? Wow. I don't think I've ever seen this card. When I've overshared, I simply say, wait, why am I talking? Interesting. Maybe this is because you're going to be around a lot of people, group one. I mean, this is like a left field. Maybe you know what this means if you're like working on not saying everything all the time, not like being a bit more personal in your life and holding things a little closer to the vest. This may make very clear sense to you. I feel like, yeah, there's something about the personal piece of things. So maybe like if you're investing in a new business or you have investors or something like that, right? And there's sensitive information that you're not supposed to be talking about. I get the feeling that you may be around like more people than you're used to. So people may be coming to visit, to celebrate. Maybe there's a party, there's a celebration, there's an invite, there's a barbecue, there's a meeting. You know, whatever it is, it just feels like you're going to be around more people than you normally are. So that's why this is coming up. I would just say work with intention, because to have this pop up, it's like they want you conscious of what do you want to share. Because if you have this magnetism energy to you, you may have people coming and just spilling their guts to you or wanting to talk to you or wanting to be around you. And so, you know, how much do you actually want to share about this project, this relationship, this, this opportunity, your plans for the future, what's going on, your health, who knows what it is, but whatever it is, if you're looking to keep any part of it a little more personal, they're wanting you to get conscious about that before you move into like these big celebratory events or you're around more people than you're used to or like sometimes we get a little more free, if you will, when we are imbibing and etc. And so they're giving you the affirmation for it. Like, ooh, okay, I said too much. Even if you're in kind of an altered state, okay? Just keep this in your back pocket. Wait, why am I talking? Wait a minute. Hold on. Why am I talking? You don't have to say it out loud. You can just say it to yourself so that you remember. But I just am giving you kind of a heads up to think about it prior. What are you willing to share and where is there a boundary? Or if you're like getting married to someone or working with a close business partner or something like that, they may not want you to be sharing certain things. So make sure you're clear about that, is what I would say. And then there's your affirmation if you run into that kind of oversharing. Loose lips sink ships. Oh, with the High Priestess. Interesting. Loose lips sink ships. Yeah. Just be very conscious about what you're willing to share or not share and what whoever else is involved in this is up for sharing or not sharing is what I would say. Overall, group number one, you have a beautiful, loving energy happening for you in June. It looks to be that you're, embarking upon opportunities that are wonderful. You're making wonderful commitments. A lot of you may be getting married or making big commitments, closing something out. But there is this celebratory, happy, joyful kind of energy coming in. Don't forget about the messages from your crossover loved ones because they will be present most certainly for this milestone energy, whatever that may be, whatever this accomplishment is. Please pat yourself on the back. Please pat yourself on the back with what you've been able to accomplish and where you are. And anything that pops up, self-doubt or fears or otherwise, know that you have the ability to move through it. No problem. Just keep showing up, do your best, and you'll succeed for sure. You're setting up your life. It's amazing. You're setting up your future. That's what it feels like. New structure, feeling really good. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. A new and positive future. So I hope that this serves you for June. Very blessed, beautiful expectations for this month for you. It was my absolute pleasure to read for you. If something resonated with you in this reading, please leave me a comment down below. You can make sure you like the video or make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss my future readings, and I will see you in the next one. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your June Blessings reading. We're going to be setting out for great expectations for the month ahead for you. If you're listening to this, you've chosen the second card, the Alchemy card and Magic, card number 43. I feel like you're going to be using your creativity, calling things in, being able to be like a master manifester if you would like this month. This is a month of creation for you and working with the universe to bring into your life whatever it is that you would like. Both for stability, I would say, with the 4, and like I said, that creative nudge. Also, before popping on to begin your reading, they were saying that it would be helpful for you, if you're open to it, to work with energy of Merlin, which is interesting. These are kind of high-level masters or guides, but I'm going to give it to you because they gave it to me, and that's that. So Merlin energy, as well as Archangel Metatron was what they were saying as well. If you want to know more about the Archangels, I have an Archangel handbook down below listed for you if you're interested in that. There are 15 Archangels and invocations, and Metatron is most certainly one of them. This feels like a month that you're going to be building something, creating something, calling something in, working with the universe, working with your spirit team to alchemize the energy, and needing to leave room for magic to happen, right? Magic and miracles. So I'm going to set this aside and we are going to get to your spread. We're going to start by grabbing 3 of these cards and looking at 3 of your astral houses. So let's see what comes through here. That's more than 3. They're like, keep shuffling. Okay. Oh, well, there we go. That one wants to come. It's going to come. Let's see what we have here for you, Group 2. The happiness card. Lovely. Flight. Taking flight, they're saying. Taking flight. Thank you. Wealth. And love, perhaps doing what you love, doing what makes you happy to create wealth and abundance in your life. Okay, we're going to get a couple of tea leaf cards for each of these to get more insight. Happiness, wealth, and love. Just like to give these a little shuffle. Okay. 2 for you. 2 for you. Ooh, those are coming together. Okay. Very exciting. What kind of magic is stirring for you, Group 2? So for your happiness, you have table, hard work ahead, and the rose, romance in the air. Ooh. You see the stability coming. It just feels stability, like stabilizing, protective, security, perhaps with a partner or something that you love, someone that you love. Romance doesn't always have to mean, well, it doesn't always have to mean like a partnership, right? It can mean something that you're feeling romantic about. Like sometimes we get, we romanticize our work, you know, and because it makes us so happy. Or a project that you're working on, like in your home. We'll see what comes there. Okay, with the wealth energy, we've got skull. Hidden secrets can harm you. Interesting. Okay. And the flute, disappointment in a friend or lover. Whoa, okay. Well, this has to do with abundance and wealth of some sort. Something that you value, could be your finances, could be something else that you value, and clearly this is a warning connected to this. We definitely need to get more information for you here. Don't worry. When Spirit gives you a heads up, Group 2, it's important because they want you to be aware of something here. It looks like you may be disappointed if somebody's either keeping a secret from you, or you learned something about someone, like the flute makes me feel like something's being told, or they just said the word spun. We'll dig into that. Could be you keeping the secret, and then that sets off like a series of events, a secret around what it is you truly desire. Or this keeps reminding me of the death energy, which is a transition energy. So something may be discontinuing as a result of something, a secret that is kept. We definitely need to get more information, but let's see what the love has to give us here. A new home and a new attitude. Okay, the broom as well as chair. Someone is leaving your life. Wow, interesting. Yeah, it looks like there's some transition that's going on with somebody in your life that possibly you may be disappointed in. Okay, let us dig in for you, group 2. It feels like you want to move on from something here. Yeah, something, maybe someone you loved. This feels like the relationship energy of outgrowing someone to me. We'll start with happiness. Get back to this energy first. Romance in the air, so something that you love, something that's bringing you happy, but also includes that energy of work, hard work. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles, literally the hard work card. You see how diligently she is painting this butterfly, all the tiny details. She's very focused. That's what an Eight of Pentacles is about on the physical plane. Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. Wow. Manifestation at its highest degree, the alchemizing energy and the magic. Spirit feels like they're definitely going to protect you this month. You have protection energy coming in. And I think that's because there's probably something, again, that either that's keeping you caged in, right? That's keeping you stuck. Lots of times the Eight of Swords has to do with our own ability to kind of believe things in our mind that isn't true. So you may be like overworking here, or not kind of leaning into the romance of your work or what it is that you're meant to do at this time, as far as expending your energy on something, time, thoughts, etc. There's some sort of block that I feel here because of the 2 eights. It's like we want to be able to manifest, but in order for this work, this hard work that you're doing with the Pentacles energy here on the physical plane, in order for that to pay off for you, because clearly work is involved, there does have to be a shifting of the mindset, because you can see this angel is caged in, however, not trapped at all. So the Eight of Swords is can be a card of victimization, where we just trap ourselves in our own mind. When the reality of it is, you can manifest whatever it is that you truly desire. You can manifest your true happiness here if you can lean into what feels good and put the work in there and trust yourself to tell yourself the truth, to uncage yourself and fly. What did they say? Taking flight. Yes, and that's interesting. I'm just remembering that now. When we pulled this card, they said with all of these birds, right, taking flight. And so I think that something may be blocking you from doing so. Group number 2, and they need you to address it here. What might be stopping you? Is it a secret perhaps that you're keeping? Is it someone in your life that you're involved in that's, you're not telling yourself the truth about, and the actual work that needs to be done there, or your ability to dip out of illusion is how they just said it. Dip out of illusion. When we hold ourselves hostage in our mind, when there's nothing really holding us back, it can stop the manifestation, stop the happiness, block it essentially. So they need you to look at that, and it's connected to your happiness. I would be very aware of what you're putting your time and energy into working on this month. Is it making you happy? Is this relationship making you happy? Is this project making you happy? Do you believe you deserve to be free and flying and taking flight? Or are you getting wrapped up in the hard work of it all and trying to create something, but not having any joy in it? There must be something blocking or some sort of narrative that you have in your mind there that may be stopping this from coming to life. And here you are in alchemy energy. So it's like whatever you're thinking is going to be shown to you. Whatever you're working on, you can manifest into life. With a little bit of magic, it will be born, is how they're just saying. It will be born. But we're just getting this indication of like lies, secrets, perhaps attached to a relationship. Don't ignore something by just covering it up with work. Make sure you're telling yourself the truth, because you deserve to take flight here. It looks like you're a very hardworking person and you're willing to do that to create your happiness, and you deserve it, group 2. You deserve it, and you can manifest it with this kind of energy, right? You chose this group. Interesting. Let's see what comes up here with the skull and the flute and the wealth energy. Again, doesn't need to be money, could be money, but could just be something that you value. You value, you like peace of mind. Do you value downtime, right? A time where you can just rest and relax. Could we please have a coupling for group 2? Ooh, thank you. Ooh, the Emperor. Okay. The Ace of Swords and the Emperor. Look at that key. Yeah, there's some key piece of information that is going to have you going, this is my life. I'm going to take back my power. I'm going to take control over what matters to me. And I'm going to value myself enough to know that this isn't working for me. That's what this feels like. I think you've outgrown someone, group 2. That's what this feels like to me. You've outgrown someone. I will say, just because you feel like you've outgrown someone doesn't, like it could be just in a certain part of your life. Like maybe you are business partners with someone and you have been for years and it's just not working. You keep lying to yourself about the amount of work that you're doing, but it's really not making you happy. They're not doing their share of the work. It's not panning out the way that you thought it would pan out, right? It's just not fair. And you keep just kind of keeping yourself stuck and doing all of the heavy lifting, etc., while the other person just gets to reap all of the benefits or the rewards or whatnot. And here it's like keeping those kind of secrets to yourself can harm you. If you are disappointed in someone and the way that things are being done in your life, whether that's in business or not, the way someone's handling money, the way someone is making decisions, etc. We need to set up the boundaries, set up your life in a different way that really is wealthy and abundant. And again, you have the alchemy energy. So it's not like you don't have the tools or the skills that you need to be able to creatively bring whatever it is you want into your life or make it available. With an Ace of Swords, you're going to get the key piece of information or insight that you need. So these secrets, and I feel like it may be you. Now that we're seeing the Eight of Swords, as opposed to somebody keeping a secret from you, I feel like they may be a bit unconscious about what they're doing. So it's like they don't realize what they're doing. And if you're the person who's shouldering all the burden, wherever that may be, in a relationship, again, work, wherever that is, and you just allow that to continue, you don't have the Emperor's type of boundaries. You don't have the standard for yourself set up, then that is the standard, right? The standard that you've created. And what they're saying is alchemize something different. Tap into your magic and let the magic of the universe work for you when you can get clear and realize that that's what the insight is. That is the idea. Then set up the boundary differently. Change the equation is what they just said. Change the equation. So it's shifting the way you do something. This is making me feel like you're keeping a secret, that you are disappointed in somebody. So maybe you have outgrown them, and you don't need to say that to their face, obviously. Find a more tactful way to express yourself to them, okay? Perhaps. No need to be rude or unkind, but addressing it is going to be necessary, clearly. You have to tell the truth here in order to be able to get access to the life and the magic that you want. The Emperor is really good at taking control of his life and going, this works for me, this doesn't, let's build this, let's do this. It's a protection energy, but coupled with the Ace of Swords and this vibe, it tells me that if you're holding something in this month, group number 2, it needs to be spoken about. You may find a different result than you ever imagined as well. It doesn't need to have a negative result. Maybe the rearranging happens, or maybe this person just goes like, oh, okay, well, I'm not down for that. I like it the way it is, where you're doing all of the work and I'm not having to do any of the work, or I just get to be claiming all of the rewards from it. So if that's how you want it to be, if you want to set it up differently, then I'm out. And that's fine. That's the magic of the universe working for you, not against you. Although it may be difficult, we have someone leaving your life. So that's interesting, right? It may be a loving relationship that they're talking about because we have the love here. So maybe it's a romantic relationship that you've just been kind of shouldering all of the burden, or someone's not listening to you, or you're telling yourself something different and you're doing all the work. Here, they're telling you, stop keeping that secret to yourself. It can harm you in multiple ways to shove something down for too long, to not address it, to not tell yourself the truth, and get clarity on it, and tell the other person, communicate it outwardly. It will set you up. If they are a like ride or die energy, right? If they are a person who is going to stick by your side, this is the kind of energy that helps you to understand it. These are those moments. So in June, you may have, have to have a hard conversation or address something that's a bit difficult, that's maybe been bothering you for a while. And sometimes that just needs to happen, because here you can see the newness comes in around the heart center, around the love. And love is unconditional. When we're talking about love from the universe, love from person to person, those heart connections don't die just because, you're not working with someone anymore, or you're having a breakup, right? Or you've outgrown a friendship and it just isn't working for you anymore. And it's been disappointing you, and that's it. It could be as simple as a friend. Like, you're always the one that's reaching out to them and you don't like that. You can't understand why. You need somebody else who's going to reach out to you. Some people are like that. And if that is you, stop telling yourself the lie about it. Be truthful and be honest and be kind and set yourself up differently, because it's connected to your value. And perhaps money, depending on the situation, but definitely something that you value, your time, your energy. When we carry around grudges or we carry around these secrets, it can really take a toll. So talk about it, communicate. The Ace of Swords is a great card for communication as well, being able to communicate your truth, to share your idea, right? And do it in a way that is grounded. The Emperor is going to help you kind of stand in your place and honor what it is that you need to be in the driver's seat of your life, and not accepting anything less than you truly abundantly do deserve. And again, you chose the alchemy card. So it's like this, it's time for this to happen, to be created, to be called into your life. And then here we call in something brand new. The broom in and of itself is about sweeping out. So someone is leaving. There's an empty chair. Something is definitely shifting. Again, they may not be leaving your life completely and you're never going to talk to them again. It's just like there may be an agreement that happens where you're like, okay, we're not working with each other in this way anymore. Or you may start a whole new life, that doesn't include them at all. And then you don't talk for a while. It depends on the situation, but this just feels like you're standing up for yourself and you're honoring your heart, your own heart, and sweeping away anything, allowing that to happen. It's like if you love them, let them go, let them leave, that kind of energy. And if they're supposed to come back into your life in a different way, at a different time, then they will. This provides you with the ability to tap into a whole new different kind of attitude. Again, the attitude energy is making me think of this, where like if something's holding you back in your mind, by making a shift and allowing someone to leave if they're not vibrating in the alignment that you are. So if you've outgrown that energy, or you're just vibrating a little higher, or if you've, leveled up a bit and they just don't get it, that's okay. Again, it doesn't, for some of you, it will be that there's just a transition happening in the relationship where you guys don't talk to each other as much. You don't talk to each other about the things you used to talk to each other or rely on each other about. Or you have a conversation about how to do things differently. Let's see what we have here. 10 of Cups. Oh, okay. Lovely. 6 of Cups. Well, this is interesting. Okay. Couple of energies coming from this coupling. This is all emotional energy. 2 cups under your love house here. It's almost like with the chair empty, someone else comes in to fill it, or you get to, you get access to your happily ever after. This new attitude, this new home, someone is coming in. A 10 of Cups is like a happily ever after card. It's a family card. It also, with a 6 of Cups, it also may be someone from your past that's coming in to provide you with heart-centered energy, unconditional love. You may reconnect with someone. I just have to say that because this is such a nostalgia card and connected to a 10 of Cups and someone leaving. Someone may be entering in that spot, and you may very well create a whole new life with that person. It could also be that you're reviewing something from the past, and as this person is taking a different role in your life, you're starting to understand better what your happily ever after actually looks like, what your true heart's desire is, what it is you truly love and want for yourself, what this new path, this new home, this new attitude brings in. It feels very loving. You can see they're connected here looking at a rainbow. Again, this is everyone's cup being filled. There's a happiness that comes with this kind of a shift. That's what they're saying. But you have to be willing. This is a willing energy. You've got to be willing to tell yourself the truth and to be brave enough to honor your own emotions, your own truth, your own ideas about it, your own feelings with whoever this is. If you have been disappointed, it's okay for you to speak about it, right? If they choose to exit or shift their role in your life, just know that you have wonderful amounts of love, unconditional love. You're in a love bubble energy as a result. This is like love bubble under the love house. So you're definitely going to get access to, as a result of releasing or sweeping away whatever's not working. You now get to reclaim that unconditional love for yourself and be protected in it. Wow. Okay, that's what I'm saying. The protection is heavy here. This feels very good. And I don't mean heavy like, oh my gosh, it's so weighted. I mean, the amount of protection that you have this month, group 2, is palpable in the energy. It feels like your whole spirit team is like, we're here. If you need us, please chat with us. We're here. We've got your back. We're here. So know that you are not alone, and know that you can work with all members of your spirit team that are at the forefront, or anyone that you'd like to call in that you feel like is going to serve you in fielding this energy, digging into the truth, having conversations, etc. Let's get some more messages for you. Group 2, please. What more do you need them to know about this transitional energy that I feel like is so beneficial? 9, the eagle. You will soar toward your destiny with greater clarity and strength. So true. Remember, you're meant to rise. You're meant to fly. You will soar toward your destiny with greater clarity and strength. And this is the clarity card. You're getting clarity this month. And I think, it makes you stronger. It's true. It's like a higher perspective, a better understanding of yourself and what you want for your future. The moon. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. Very important card, especially for this group, because your intuition will help to guide you. Again, your whole team is there protecting you. So use them. That's what they're for. That's their whole job, is to help you, to guide you. You have to make the decisions. It's your life. It's your path. You have free will. However, that's what your spirit team is for, right? Like, help me understand, help me see the perspective, help me get the clarity I'm looking for. And then you move forward confidently. Once you have those intuitive hits, once you're clear, once you have the clarity, you move forward confidently towards this loving love bubble, this new future, this new home, this new attitude, setting up your life in a way that really works for you, Yeah, it's almost the feeling of like putting yourself first, not settling for less, having a different kind of standard and sticking to it. You're creating it. You know what I mean? You're tapping into it to create it for yourself. So spirit can only do so much. That's why they're like, we are heavy here and ready. We are at the forefront. Whenever you need us, make sure you're chatting with them, I would say, big time with the intuition card. Pay attention to the moon cycles also. They want me to say, just that's an obvious thing to say when you get the moon. But yeah, pay attention to the moon cycles. You may have things happening around the moon cycle this month. Ooh, dive. Ooh, yeah, look at that. You don't find pearls on the seashore. You have to dive in. There's this element of responsibility to yourself, your life, your standards, your happiness, your wealth, your own love, your future that's coming in. Dive in, do it. You got this. You have everything you need to be able to tell yourself the truth and, have these conversations. Generosity. What good is treasure if you keep it for yourself? I love that. Hey, and let's just say, like, sometimes keeping a secret, if you keep that thing to yourself, it isn't actually good, right? So even though we think of generosity oftentimes as like sharing the wealth, sharing the good thing, etc. Sometimes sharing the hard thing is what makes you more wealthy, right? Is what makes you generous. So don't be afraid. Don't keep the stuff to yourself. It's only going to multiply when you express yourself, when you talk about it, when you're truthful with yourself first, and then with whoever it is you need to be truthful with. Dive into this month is what they're telling, and be generous with yourself and others, because it may have a completely different result than you may think. It seems to me that they're teeing you up to be in this power position, right, where you're now alchemizing your energy and creating the magic that you deserve in your life. Love, happiness, in control, the boundaries you need. It just feels very good. It feels like it may have been a long time coming, or this has been going on for a while. And June is the month where you start to almost believing it in order to be able to rise to new heights, to take flight here. We have all these flight emblems, these wings, birds, connected to your happiness. Okay. Let's get you a couple of affirmations to close your reading. Group 2. I'm not going to say that this month is going to be totally easy all the way through, but I think it might very well be life-changing for you in a very positive way. It also will kind of tell you with greater clarity and strength, confidence, right? It's like you're standing up straighter. You're not taking this anymore. That's what it feels like. I'm not going to deal with, this is not to my standard. I'm not taking this anymore. It's unacceptable. So here's what I see for myself, and I'm not going to settle for any less than that. It feels like you're really sticking up for yourself, and that's going to make you feel real proud, so good, like ready to move into the future. Okay, let's see what we have here. When in doubt, I play it out. Ooh, okay. Very good advice. This is, if your mind, this 8 of Swords will bring in doubt, fear, etc. What they're telling you to do is like visualize. That's what this card is saying. So think about the scenario, practice if you need to. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're getting ready to have a difficult conversation, or, sometimes when we start telling ourselves the truth about something, we open up a can of worms, or we open up a caged energy where you've been caging something in, and you It can be a bit of a Pandora's box vibe. So just because you kind of honor your truth within yourself, it doesn't mean you have to run right to the person, the situation, or whatever and express it. If you feel like, oof, I need to get more clarity, then wait and have the clarity. If you're doubting what you're about to say, if you don't feel confident, if you don't feel like this Emperor energy where like, this is my standard, I'm very clear about it and I know how I want to communicate it and from what intention I want to communicate it with, you know, how I'm going to go about this, what I want as a result, what I'm looking to pull in, all of that, then give yourself a moment. Start rehearsing it in your head, rehearse it in the mirror, journal about it until you have that clarity that you need. Yes. And, releasing anger, look at this, sets you free to fly, literally, okay. Releasing anger from the past sets me free in the present. Ain't that the truth? Exactly. Precisely, they're saying. It's like, this is exactly what it is. You've been holding something in, group 2. I mean, if this isn't you, this probably isn't your group because it's very kind of clear. It's time for you to step into your power. And as you let this shift, as you allow yourself to soar to new heights, right? To see this from a different perspective, to get that insight, to put yourself first, to put your own happiness first, right? And do the work around that. It's about releasing that resentment energy or that anger energy if you haven't communicated this or you need to make a decision for yourself, then that's what you need to do. When you do that, releasing anger from the past, what you've been carrying, it's literally going to allow you to fly. It's going to set you free, set you free from that cage. Wow. You have like PowerPoint energy. Maybe that's why they're telling you at the beginning to work with Merlin, to work with Metatron. Those are like uber powerful guides, angels, right? Well, Merlin is like a master teacher, wizard, and Archangel Metatron, of course, is an angel. It's just their energy is high vibe. So if you do decide to work with them, you've been warned, right? Take it as it comes. Take it easy. Allow yourself time to process if that's the case, if you are going to be doing that. I feel like this is your chance now to step into alignment with what it is that you truly want and welcome in that happiness, wealth, and love, strength, and confidence into your future. So I hope that this serves you, group number 2, for the month of June. You got this, is what I want to say. If you're an Evolve member, don't forget, Gold and Diamond members, go watch your linear guidance for the month. That may very well help give you some more clues and insights as to how to go about this or what's coming up or how the month is going to move. Links are down below. And it was my absolute pleasure to read for you, group number 2. And I hope that this serves you again. If something resonated in this reading for you, feel free to leave me a comment down below, hit the like button, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of my future readings, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your June blessings reading. If you are listening to this, you've chosen the 3rd card option, the expansion card, and North. Card number 1 in this deck, so something is definitely starting for you in the month of June. This is kicking off energy. That's what it feels like. Something is beginning, something is kicking off, and it has to do with your compass being pointed toward true north and you allowing yourself to expand. So we are going to take a look at astral houses, the groupings for the month and the blessings that are coming and the expectations that we can have in that area or those areas for you. I love this energy for you, group number 3. Very cool. It's time to expand. Perhaps expand your perspective, expand your opportunities. Again, it feels like fresh new start energy for sure. Oh. We have 2 there. I think this one wants to go here. Okay, let's see what we've got for your astral houses. Love, marriage, and success. Okay. Well, for some of you, a successful marriage may be happening. You may be of course, just looking at the houses, you can see where we're focusing our attention. Doing things you love, making commitments that you love, and tapping into your expansion and your success, what is going to bring you there. We definitely need to get some more information for you, but the vibe is definitely connected to your heart center. Just going to give these a little shuffle. Ooh. Okay, these cards obviously want to be there. Let's see what else we have for you. Group three. Okay. So in the love category, wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. And the butterfly, a change for the better. Interesting. This is clearly a focus on transformation, needing to, what I would say is weed out. That's the phrase that's kind of coming to mind, to weed out what might be causing this wedge. That could be a certain frame of reference, a certain frame of mind, somebody's narrative that they're placing upon you. Yeah, it feels, with the wedge, it definitely feels like an external source, right? Affecting your energy, affecting what you love, affecting maybe your heart center. We'll definitely get more information, but clearly you can see a change is happening for the better. Despite the wedge, despite what is trying to interrupt that energy for you, you will expand despite the wedge energy, which is nice. The transformation is meant to happen. Okay, in the marriage category, get back to the basics. The quill, love that. Along with wall and misunderstanding, love this. Why? Why do I love this combination? Because it helps you to very clearly see that the way over, or over the wall, or through the wall, or the way to deal with, handle the misunderstanding or whatever conflict is arising, whether it's in your actual partnership, right? A marriage of sorts. Again, does not have to be romantic. I'm not getting that as a predominant vibe. For some of you, yes, you could be getting married and there may be a misunderstanding that happens. They're saying simplify. Get back to what you know to be true. What is the core energy of why you've made this commitment? The coupling that you're in, the relationship that you're in. Get back to the basics, and it feels like this wall, you guys are over it. That's what it feels like. You get over it. You move through the challenge. And you do have the success energy here. So this feels like you obviously not only are expanding, but whatever you're kind of going to be working on or working through, processing in your life for the month has a success vibe to it. We've got the elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. And the lucky 4-leaf clover, good fortune. It says great good fortune. So whatever it is that you've been moving through, even if it's been slow, you can see here you are blessed by success and good fortune as a result. It's going to be worth it is what they're saying. It's worth it. If this is to do with a relationship, you can see that the work is worth it, weeding out things that are affecting your relationship from the external, getting back to the basics, looking at the misunderstandings and not blowing them out of proportion, not allowing this to happen, moving into a transitional energy, which allows for better, successful energy, fortunate energy to come in. This is lovely. This is like spirit kind of, it's almost like a resetting that's happening with the overall. It feels like a resetting of why, like resetting to your why. Why are we doing this? Why are we together? What are our basics, right? What are our basic morals, they're saying? Okay. Morals, our basic standards. What do we need to be aware of? What do we need to make sure that we're conscious of? You may have been in a relationship for a long while, right? And this month, you're seeing some different kind of fortunate success happening as a result of the changes that you're making or what it is that you're addressing. Again, I will say, does not have to be like a romantic marriage. Could be you're involved in something that you love, could be work that you love, a project that you love doing. And it is a marriage or commitment of sorts. And, you know, maybe you have these mistakes that are happening or frustrating things, the walls being built. Something needs to shift or change, and there's a very deep sense of awareness for expansion. But let us dig into this a little bit further for you, group 3. And we'll start with the love, the wedge and the butterfly. Again, I feel this sense of transformation that's going on with either what you love, who you love, what you're giving your heart to. 8 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Okay, yeah, it's a readjustment of how you're expending your energy on the physical plane, so what you're actually doing. The 8 of Pentacles is a manifestation card that sees us really needing to dig in and do the work to learn a different way, and it coupled with the Knight of Cups or the Knight of Hearts, right, the Knight of Emotions, it's from the heart. We're moving from the heart differently. You're not just like willy-nilly kind of going like, well, this is what I think we should do. I'm analyzing this. My brain says we should do this and then that and then this. Or if you're becoming very aware, right, of something that's coming in to drive a wedge between you and someone else, or you and work that you want to do or that you're connected to that you love so much. The change here for the better is you literally working from and moving from the heart. You have to listen to what the song of your heart in order to do the work that you're meant to do. It could be very purposeful work, and something in your mind is driving the wedge, or something someone said to you one time is making you doubt yourself. And here what they're saying is connect to that true source within you, that love within you for whatever it is that we're talking about for you. That's a relationship, etc., project, and make the changes that are necessary to be able to listen to and follow your heart. The work is specifically connected to the heart center. It's the emotional drive that is going to guide you. What you love is going to guide you. If you're working on something or paying attention or focusing on something, whether it's in your communication style or what you're physically doing, that is getting you away, too far away from what it is that you love. So of course we have lives. You have to do multiple things. It's not like you can just sit there and only, work on what you love. That's not ever a good thing. Too much of a good thing is not a good thing, right? That's just not life. But if you find that something is driving a wedge between it, your responsibilities, the things that you've said yes to, or the way someone is talking about it, or the way someone is communicating with you, or a nagging thought in your head, whatever it is that's pulling you away from what you truly do desire and how your heart wants you to move, it has to be addressed and changed, transformed, because it's a change for the better. You can see that this brings new life almost to what it is that you're working on, what it is that you love. You may have to set new boundaries. You may have to learn something new. You may have wanted to set time aside to, learn a new skill or learn a hobby, but there's this wedge that's constantly there going like, no, that's not available for you, or you can't spend the money on that, or you don't have the time for it. And what they're saying is if your heart is calling for it, then by any means necessary, start to rearrange things so that you can work on it, so that you can give your time and energy to it. It's the energy of giving your heart what it wants. Feeding your heart by doing, physically doing, not just thinking about it, but actually doing the work around it. Let's see what we have here, because that may give us some insight into how this is connected. Thank you. Okay. We've got the 10 of Cups. Oh my gosh. This is the happily ever after card. All of the cups being filled, love, abundance, etc. The 9 of Wands. And look at her scars. I love this depiction of the 9 of Wands because you can see that she hasn't given up on growing, the roses with the thorns, even though she has been harmed, if you will. She has scars from the work that she's done and how far she's come. That it's been a journey, and it hasn't been without pain or strife is the word they're using, strife. So if this is like your actual romantic relationship, that's why they're telling you, remember what it is you've been through. Remember your why. What is your intention? What is the happy? What is the abundant piece of it? What is the love, right? If this is a relationship we're talking about, you're not focusing on the wedge anymore. You're focusing on what you can do to help you be more in love with yourself and your partner, with yourself and that project, with yourself and the work that you're doing. You've been through a lot, it looks like here, with the Nine of Wands. This is a resiliency card. It's a card of perseverance. It's a card that says you've come a long way, you've struggled, there's been strife, there's been hard times. It hasn't been the easiest road, maybe. And there may be some misunderstandings or walls that are in place. And this month, if you allow yourself to get back to the core reason for why it is you are with somebody, or what your standards are again, and your morals, or what you stand for, it's going to help you, get over the wall, essentially. It's going to help you persevere. It's going to help you kind of continue. Because you have the strength and the power, and you have the love. You know, you do have it available to you. We all do, but they're being very clear, like, it's available for you, group 3. The love. It's just sometimes we get wrapped up in the wedges and the misunderstandings and this and that and the external world and all of the things and the to-dos and the responsibilities and all of that. And we lose sight of our why, the purpose for the soul connection, whether that's the passion for something you're creating, right? Or your own divine expansion is how they want me to say it. Remember what we have for your card. Divine expansion. The relationship is expanding. Perhaps the love is expanding. The commitment is shifting and expanding to include unconditional love and realization that you're not going through things for nothing. Remember, when we get here, we're seeing that a long journey, they're physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. You've been going through this journey. It's important for you to acknowledge that now in order to gain the wisdom, to gain the perspective, and to get back to the basics of it to aid you through and to your expansion. Love it. It's really great advice, Spirit. Great. I love it. Okay. It's a blessing to reflect. Yeah. Sometimes we're just looking forward all the time. This energy feels like I'm breathing, I'm tuning in, I'm looking back and going, oh my gosh, how did we get here? And wow, we got here. It's that feeling. Like you've been able to get this far. Let's get back to the basics of things with a different perspective, because you have the wisdom of the experience now. And look at this energy. I mean, it's so beautiful. Success, wisdom, fortune. Let's see what we have here. The Seven of Pentacles, okay? And the Knight of Swords, another movement card. So you got 2 knights. I'm only pulling 6 cards in this spread from the tarot, right? And this tarot deck has 5 extra cards. So 2 knights say you're moving forward. In this case, you've got the Knight of Swords. She's right on this feather, and she's painting the sky in the way that she wants it to be. It's like using your truth and your knowledge, right, what you've learned, your wisdom, to move you in the direction of success quickly. With the Seven of Pentacles there, I kind of love this. Again, it's a nod to you're going to keep showing up every day. That's what a Seven of Pentacles is. It's experience with the routine of life, needing to show up. If you want something to blossom long term, some things take time. You have to put your time and energy into it, and you've been doing that, group 3, and it's going to pay off for you. The feeling of clarity and wisdom and fortune is yours here, abundance. And it's because not only have you put in the work, right, and you've been able to persevere, but you're still willing to show up for it every day. Some of these apples have fallen. Some of them are yet to be ripe, and she's holding one, right? It's like seeds of wisdom. Because of the work she's already put in, she has that in her hand. She can pull from it to get the fortunate energy and plant new seeds, perhaps. And with the Knight of Swords is really cool because it's this feeling of wanting the information and wanting the clarity and banking on the truth of the truth of the experience is how they want me to put it. the truth of the experience to then inform you to be moved forward. So you're working from a place of movement from your heart center and from your divine center. So your mind will aid you, your intelligence will aid you, your wisdom will aid you, as well as your truth and what's clear for you. That's why the misunderstanding, it just gets cleared up as long as you're continuing to show up and you're willing to pull from that beautiful source of information that is your life experience up until now. So there's a change that needs to happen. It's like the blessing of change, the blessing of reflection, the blessing of wisdom. Of course, you have great expectations coming in this group, success and fortune, because life is not always about just like the good. It's also about learning from the work and continuing to realize that, like, yeah, we still have to show up. You may be making adjustments to the way that you do things because you're regrounding yourself in the rooted energy. You're regrounding yourself in love and the reason for being. Look, you're like reconnecting. It feels wonderful. And as you do that, you gain the success and the clarity to move forward and continue to shift your life and change your life in a way that you truly do desire. If you don't want this cloud here, then you paint the cloud out, which is exactly what she's doing, right? You use your insight to inform and move you forward. And it's such lucky energy. It's like you would not have been able to get here, right, to this marker without going through what you've been through. And it's like they said, it's worth it. It'll be worth it for you. Wonderful. Okay, let's get some more messages for you, group 3. Love the movement too. Really love the movement of the month for you. What else do you have to tell group 3 for their June energy? Thank you. The Star card. Hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. Well, there it is in plain grammar, in plain writing. Okay? The hard times are over. It feels like whatever you focus on, you know, that's what's going to continue. So you have this ability to really just focus on your heart, focus on doing the work, focus on the love, focus on the basics, focus on the fortune and the success, focus on how you want to create it. The Star card is like a hope, wish, faith energy. Look forward to an abundance of happiness here, enthusiasm, and positivity. Love that. It's blunt. No? Okay. We've got one more for you here, group 3. Nope. Okay. We shall keep shuffling. Thank you. Ooh, and the 10. This is beautiful. This fire card. Powerful. Let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. This is the 2911, and this is the 10 card. It's releasing the past, right? It's continuing to show up, and instead of carrying like the fire, the negative fire, you're using that fire instead in a way that can grow positively, right? Let go of emotional upheaval. Whatever this is that's been infiltrating your energy, whatever you guys have been distracted by, whatever you've been distracted by, release the emotions connected to it. You're tapping into your heart here for this happily ever after. The emotional cards that you have are the Cups energy, and you have a Knight and the 10, right? With the 9 of Wands, that's a fire energy. They're saying, let go. You have made it. Hard times are over. Let go of the emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal energy that is present for you, the successful, wise, fortunate, abundant kind of energy. Okay, just want to get some more messages for you, of course. I love this. Yeah, they're asking me to put your card in the middle. Expansion. Can you look at this? 2911, 1111, 10-1. Talk about something new. You're expanding to new heights. And I believe that anyone who is involved in a heart-centered connection with you is also part of that expansion. It feels very hopeful and like you're doing it together. Communicate. Things left unsaid will never reach the shore. It's a good reminder. How do we even, they want this one as well, so I'm just gonna pull it. How do we even allow ourselves to move forward, especially when another person is involved, without communicating, right? Like how you communicate is going to matter. Tuning in to a place of heartfelt and heart-centered communication is going to matter. Listening as well, right? Paying attention to saying the things that you have to say, expressing the things that you have to express, being willing participants in the relationship, whatever that is, whether it's like with a project, you have to communicate with yourself, that's fine. Do that. Things left unsaid will never reach the shore. Change, of course, right? We see that beautiful, a change for the better. Know when to move to a new shell, especially if yours no longer fits. It's so fitting with your expansion pull here. Group 3, time for change for the better, time to welcome in this success and this wisdom and this fortune. It's time for you to let go of the stuff that's causing this upheaval and get back to the basics to help you overcome whatever's been blocking you, stopping you. You have been through a bunch. We all have, but it's just showing up so prominently that like it's time for this beautiful shift to happen and for your heart to be heard and for you to be able to move forward into like a loving abundance bubble that allows you to express yourself in a very different way. The communicate card with this Knight of Swords in and of itself is wonderful. It says, as you communicate, you're communicating truthfully, getting those insights about yourself, getting clear about what your why is. It helps you to move forward. Know when to move to another shell, especially when yours no longer fits. You're expanding. All these ones. Okay, we are going to get some affirmations for you now. Let's see what this one has to say. Stillness is the key to success. It's a really good reminder. How can you listen to your heart? How can you find your truth? How can you understand and get clarity on exactly what your light within, your intuition, your heart center is telling you, right? You may need to take some time this month. They're using the word that you have here, the house you have here. So stillness is the key to success. And also it feels like some reflection is going to be needed for you, group 3, in order for you to get those insights. So don't be afraid to kind of give yourself the time, the quiet time that you need, the meditative time. Take a beat, take a moment. You don't have to try to solve everything all at once. You can process things and make sure that you're able to. Again, it's this feeling of reflection and acknowledgement and then communication from a loving place that really invokes this expansion and makes this hope feeling become very palpable in your experience. And these changes are then happening for the better because you're willing to move to the new shell because the old shell doesn't fit anymore, right? The old shell that might include resentments and whatnot, where you're getting burned or you're carrying around stuff. You're getting back to the basics and going, we need to expand. We've outgrown this. Let's see what else we have here. Wow, the key. Stillness is the key to success. The key to getting what I want is to ask for it. More lines of communication. Right. You can't expect people to be able to read your mind. No one can read your mind and you can't read other people's mind. So whatever it is that you are processing or thinking, allow yourself to share it. If you want something to shift, if you want something to change, if you have something within you that just needs to be spoken, if something is bothering you, if something is abundant and amazing and you have dreams for the future, the key to getting what you want is to literally ask for it, speak about it, say it out loud, let it guide you, and then keep showing up for the thing called life. Success is definitely yours, for sure. You are on that track, hope is being restored, and this release wants to happen for change to come in and transformation to come in for the better. So I hope that this serves you for the month ahead, group 3. Just a reminder, if you're an Evolve member, a Gold or Diamond Evolve member, check out the links below. Then you can head to your Evolve page and watch the exclusive monthly poll with linear guidance that will show you and give you some insight on how your month is tracking through, linearly through the month as we move forward. Also, if you're interested in membership, check out the link down below to get all the deets on sign up for that. This was my absolute pleasure to read for you for the month group 3. If something resonated with you in this reading, feel free to leave me a comment, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, Group 4, and welcome to your June Blessings reading. If you're listening to this, you've chosen the 4th card option here, Companionship and Animals. This is card number 21, and we are going to be getting some insight and info for you with positive intention, great expectations for the month ahead. This card is all about really utilizing the source of animals in your life, whether that be your animals that you have at home, the animals that you're connected to, animals that you may have in spirit. That's also another line for this card. It could also be animal spirit guides. I would say if you chose this group, you've got to be paying very close attention to the animals that are presenting in your life and the messages that they have, so that come with them. I do have a Spirit Animals handbook with keywords and just short descriptions so that if you see an animal popping up in your life, you can reference the handbook if you want that insight. It's in the description linked below. This is a wonderful card of companionship. What it tells you is the animal kingdom is working on your behalf through the month of June to guide you, to support you. So let's get some more information at the blessings that may be coming into play for you. We're going to start by getting 3 astral houses so we can see what kind of energy you're going to be working with, where to focus your attention, what they want to give you for the month. And these are just popping on out. Okay. That one, 2. Okay, let's see what we have for you. Group 4. Marriage. So commitment, companionship perhaps. You do have the companionship card, so not surprising to see the marriage card. Love. This has been showing up for every single group, so we kind of have a theme. And wealth energy. The wealth card is connected to abundance of all sorts. So an abundance of companionship, of love, perhaps making new commitments. Some of you may be falling in love with a specific animal or noticing an animal guide that is governing your life or the season of life. Really exciting to provide you with abundant energy. Let's build on that with these tea leaf cards. I'm just going to give them a little shuffle. Okay. Grab 2 for each house. All right. Okay, so in the marriage category, we've got the I, psychic ability, trust your intuition. So there you go, companionship, commitment, coming in, psychic energy, clairvoyance. And again, just keep your eyes open for the guides that are showing up. Look them up. Yeah, look at this, archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. This is very, very cool. For you, this may be a marriage of sorts. So a loving relationship that's being provided for you, offered up to you, because we have an archway with a marriage card, okay, and an intuitive energy. This means lots of people get married under an arch, right? It's a symbol of crossing over into kind of like a new path. So there may be opportunities coming up for you to marry your energy with someone else beyond just your animals, right? It could be companionship in a whole new way that's really beautiful for you. The key here to understand is the opportunities, the possibilities, the paths that are opening up, the commitments that are going to be calling you this month, the companions that are showing up for you, or who you're meant to vibe with, who you're meant to exchange energy with, will be very clear to you. You may see signs around it. You have to pay close attention to your intuition for sure as it concerns your coupling, your commitments, who you're exchanging energy with, and the opportunities that come your way to do so. We'll definitely get more information as we move, but let's see what's connected to the love card. Clouds, temporary problems, temporary. And the Crown, honor and respect will come to you. This energy feels like just initially, like we have to dig into what it is that your heart's desire, what your true heart is telling you, right? In order to be able to get the clouds to part. That's what they keep saying. So I'm trying to explain that in a way that makes sense. But they're saying like the clouds will part. This is temporary. And to have it connected to a crown, it feels like first you're respecting yourself, right? You're tapping into your own heart, what your heart is saying, what you truly love, and you're honoring that within yourself. And that's what allows you to see more clearly and then get that energy reciprocated. So the reciprocity comes because you're willing to do that for yourself. Like if you're dating, right? You don't want to, just with this so far, if you were dating, you certainly in the month of June wouldn't want to be lowering your standards or acting out of integrity or like acting outside of your morals, outside of what it is, who you are, right? Being authentic, honor yourself. And even if it's causing some issues in the love category or with your heart, the clouds will eventually part and the reciprocal energy will come back to honor you because you stayed true to yourself, you know, because you acted with integrity. Okay, let's see what we have in the wealth category. Flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Yeah, I mean, we were just saying that, right? Okay, picking up on the energy for sure. And the dog barking, advice from a friend. Good, this is nice. This just tells you that the people that you value in your life may be very helpful for you this month if you find yourself in a situation that's a bit cloudy or you're having a hard time or difficult time trusting your intuition, whether it's in a relationship or surrounding a relationship or with something that you're working on, with something that you're looking to make a commitment to. Companionship comes in many different forms. You know, that's the energy, right, that we're working with. You also, again, ask for guidance and messages and signs from the animal kingdom. You know, they will provide when you do ask. But here you can see that all of your abundance energy, whether that's in career or work, where you're trying to make physical wealth, money, material wealth, or what it is that you value is going to be very important. You're not meant to lower your standards, take less than your worth. And take that however you'd like, right? Again, the dating example is exactly what they're talking about. You don't want to lower your standards for anybody. Love yourself enough to like wear your crown and it will be reciprocated. And if you run into an issue here, they're telling you, take some advice from a friend that you trust. Talk to somebody about it. Get other opinions. You don't have to let them make your choice for you. In fact, I would never advise that, right? Like you're responsible for your own choices, group 4, but they're telling you it's helpful if you run into a problem where you're like, oh my God, I really am tempted to do this. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. What do I do here? Can you help me see a different perspective? It may be very helpful. Okay. Let's dig in here. We're going to put some tarot on it. We're going to do some tarot combos to get more insight for you. Group number 4, we'll start with the marriage energy and the need to be completely tuned in to your intuition as opportunities and possibilities arise. So you are going to have these blessings popping up for companionship. Not really surprising since this is the companionship group. Wow, 4 of Wands. This is the marriage card. So yeah, there is a marriage of some sort happening, a commitment of some sort wanting to be provided for you to be blessed with the opportunity to make that decision. How you're going to know is by trusting your intuition, right? So your mind might be like, well, on paper, everything looks right. And again, doesn't have to be a romantic connection necessarily. Maybe someone invites you on a trip and you have to say yes or no. You have to decide, is it aligned or not? Is it a commitment you want to make? Maybe you get offered a new job. Are you going to sign the contract for that? Does it feel intuitive? The Hierophant, wow, does it feel purposeful? Literally a contract. This is interesting, wow. A lot of you are gonna have the blessing of opportunity to connect in a structure of some sort. The Hierophant with the Four of Wands and a marriage card is marriage, right? The Hierophant is often seen as like the priest, that the governing body that is divine, bringing people together under the higher power, right? So marriage card with the priest or the deity energy, right? The person that is connected to the higher power, but not solidifying, but making the commitment official. And the marriage card, some of you are getting married. You're making a commitment. It needs to be intuitive, and it's going to put you on a brand new path of opportunity and possibilities. Wonderful. If that is you and your intuition is like, yep, this is completely aligned. This is most certainly the commitment I want to make. I'm in. You could be signing a contract for a new house, a new home, again, a new job. There's some kind of opportunity that is beautifully aligned for you and is blessed by the divine. It is governed by a structure though, and that's why they're giving you all of this insight around the actual commitment itself. It needs to be in alignment with your intuition and like before you sign on the dotted line, and you will know that this is the structure that I want to enter into. This is the contract that I want to sign. This is the companion that I want to hitch my wagon to. This is what I want to spend my energy on. This is what I am down for, essentially. I'm willing to commit. And it's gonna feel aligned. If it doesn't feel aligned and something comes up, right? Especially if this is around what you love or with somebody you love. Like, I love this person, they're inviting me, but there's something that's popping up here that's flagging my attention. And like, I don't know if I like the place they're staying. It could be something small. It doesn't have to be a huge thing, but you need to pay attention to that, right? As we look down the line, because whatever it is that you're committing to is not going to be unclear. It's going to be very, very clear. And if there's anything that's being thrown here, if there's a flag being thrown here, it may be outside of your abundant alignment and it just needs to be paid attention to. The Hierophant energy, when it is reversed, can be these structures that we don't want to be in, these rules or regulations or conformity energy that we just feel stuck in or we feel suffocated by. And so you need to avoid that at all costs, is what I would say. The blessing comes in a beautiful alignment where it feels expansive and possibilities start to feel endless and the path starts to open up, not like restrict you. That's what I would say here. Very evident that a beautiful commitment is available, or possibly multiple commitments may be available for you. And it's up to you to decide and make that commitment. And I think it will be absolutely amazing. Okay, let's take a look at the love category and see what we've got going on here. The Lovers card in the love category. For some of you, you're definitely getting married. Okay, and we also have the Justice card, like the law. This is so funny. There was another group that was like very evident that there would be like a commitment, a marriage, a renewal of vows, something working out to balance things out, in this case. So 2 major arcana cards. The Lovers card is the law of attraction, energy, companionship, soulmate connections. It's so beautiful. And the Justice energy with the clouds, you can see here, is just a temporary issue that will be resolved. The Justice energy is the card of fairness, truth, everything kind of working out in the way that it is supposed to. And to have it connected to the Lover's energy, I mean, if you get into a fight with a person that you really love and it's like they're one of your soulmates, right? Again, romantic relationships, absolutely yes, but doesn't have to be. It could be your bestie. You love this person so much, but something happens. The key is not to lower your standards, not to make commitments that don't feel right to you, but instead to hold tight to the vortex and the frequency that you deserve to receive on. Because again, choices around the Lover's card, you're choosing to be in a frequency that's going to help attract what it is that you deserve and want in your life. And it will be so with the Justice card. If you stick to what is true for you, if you stick to your authentic self, everything will work out beautifully. And I said that reciprocity energy, right? Like that's what this is. The truth will prevail, right? The truth will be revealed. That kind of thing is wonderful. You just have to stick to your guns here. And you don't have to do that in like a combative way. You're looking at companionship and love, right? So it's about kindly and compassionately, perhaps, going, I apologize that you're having a difficult time, honoring someone else's feelings, but honoring and respecting your own, and not working outside of, speaking outside of, choosing outside of the beautiful alignment that brings you in what you love. The Lover's card is always about loving yourself first to be able to attract in the love that you deserve. Again, if you're dating, you don't want to be going out on dates that don't feel aligned. If something intuitively flags you, get out of there. Here, we just honor ourselves. No, that's not for me. Everything is going to work out when I trust my truth and I hold tight to that. And you don't have to be rude about it. It's just a kind no thank you sometimes. And I feel like it's just the reciprocity energy feels to be coming back, especially with this coupling. We're attracting in justice. You're attracting in fairness. You're attracting in truth. It's wonderful. Wonderful. Your authenticity like pays off. Okay. And in the wealth category, we're not lowering our standards. Oh, okay. There are two there. Yep. And perhaps getting some advice from someone that we trust. Let's see what we have. The Seven of Cups, choices. What are you hoping for? What are your dreams? What are you imagining for yourself? You may need to chat it over with some friends. Wow, and the King of Swords. And look at that. Look at that imagery. It's like picking your dreams out of the sky, picking your stars out of the sky, and making decisions to help you sow your future, right? You will reap what you have sown with this King of Swords at a high level. Listening, being very clear, being very strategic, trusting your intuition, listening to your heart's desire. It sounds like, to me, this energy of abundance and wealth comes with a bit of processing, holding tight to your truth, and knowing that like you're literally sowing or creating your life, right? You are going to reap what you have sown. That's what's going on here. A Seven of Cups is about imagining your biggest future and your possibilities. And then it's a choice card. So you're getting choice here, you're getting choice here. It's like choosing the thing that is most connected to your heart center. You'll know intuitively, not straying from that path of truth and authenticity, knowing what it is you deserve, loving yourself enough to keep your standards in place, and trusting that this is weaving your future. It's creating your future. And again, this energy feels like the abundance, the value, it will be verified, if you will, by your friend or friends. If you need to talk it out for sure. If you need to get the support of someone, again, that you love or that you trust, that knows you, that knows what you truly desire, that knows what you want, they may also provide insight, like advice with the King of Swords. You see how she has her needle pointed up? She's looking at the divine and saying, can you help me? Can you give me some insight? What is the clarity that I need here so that I can make the best decisions for myself, make the best commitments? You have a really nice line in group number 4 to the divine. You got those animal guides working on overtime for you. So, I mean, you might need a notebook to keep track of the animal guides that are going to be provided for you. I mean, they're saying do a scan. That's what they're saying. You got an owl. You got a bluebird here. Dog. I'm looking for the animals. They're telling me to do a scan. Birds on a wire. I mean, bird, dog. So perhaps the birds will be chirping, and providing. Yeah, we've got some butterflies. Okay, Spirit. I mean, the point is look out for your animal guides. They may be in full force helping to guide you and to provide you with insight, along with like your friends on the physical plane, helping you to stay in that abundant mindset, in that abundant frequency, in that vortex, really holding clear standards for yourself, boundaries. It's all about stepping into your authentic truth. And like, again, you're wearing that crown, but you're doing it humbly. Like, again, thank you, but no thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. It's just not aligned for me right now. I mean, that's the vibe. And then you call your friend and you go, oh my God, I did it. And they're like, good for you. Well done. You know what's in alignment for you. You know that this is setting up your future in a different, et cetera, et cetera. You get it. It's encouraging. It's See what we have here. Wow, the birth card. Universal energy brings you opportunity and possibility. The same exact words. So it's happening. You know, that's why it's important. When Spirit's giving you these kind of messages, group 4, you don't want to just take an opportunity out of scarcity or fear. You have something that wants to come to life for sure, a new commitment. And it's lovely, but it's not like you're not going to know. It won't be like, I'm really not sure. You may doubt yourself, hence the friend, but as long as you move back into your heart, back into your standards, trust your intuition, you're going to feel what wants to be born as opposed to what you're trying to grasp at. You'll feel that grasping energy as unstable when it's attached to like fear or scarcity or I don't want to lose this. And that's why it's like, you'll be like, I don't know, I'm just being led here. This feels like it wants to come through me. This feels completely aligned with my purpose. This feels like I am doing the exact thing that I need to be doing at the exact right time. I'm with the exact right person. Like you might go on a date and I'm just going back to the dating example. You might have a conversation with someone, go on a date with somebody. It could be, again, that you're reaching new heights or moving through issues and problems, temporary problems in your own relationship that you had forever, in your marriage you've had forever, or friendship. But you just might have this moment where you're like, oh my gosh, like this is undeniable. I understand now. Or a light bulb goes off and you're like, I just get this person so much better. Or like if you're dating, hold on a sec. Is this one? Ooh, okay. If you're dating, you could meet your soulmate and you won't be confused. It will feel like this is like, there's nothing I can do to kind of like stop this. This is supposed to be happening. I've attracted this in. And then just regroup. Give yourself some time to regroup. Let's see. Harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. Yes. This is like the lion is the king of the jungle. Something is being born. You're connected to it. It is in alignment with being confident in who you are, loving yourself enough to keep those standards and hold the line and tell your truth. Because it can be easy. To me, I feel like some of you may feel the temptation energy coming in from the spirit realm, from the divine, where they're tempting you into something else, tempting you to lower your standards. So you just need to be aware of that. You're being warned here because there's such beautiful blessings coming in. Blessings of enlightenment, commitment, companionship. Yes, we'll place your card back here. Let's see what other messages we have. Travel. Seeing the surface of the ocean is not the same as diving deep to see the coral. Be willing to travel. Maybe you're traveling for someone else. Maybe you might be invited to travel. Okay, make sure it's in alignment. That's all I'm saying. You could be traveling in your mind. You could be making a trek, like expanding in some way. Beautiful. Seeing the surface of the ocean is not the same as diving deep to see the coral. So you may have to be doing a deep dive about, like if I'm talking about standards and you're like, I don't even know what my standards are, do that deep dive for yourself. Let's see what else we have. The ocean. Be beautiful, mysterious, wild, and free. Yes, please be you. Please be you, group 4. Always be you, but in this case for June, set yourself up so that going into the energy, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever experiences you're having, whatever it is you're going to be faced with, where your standards are. What you want, what you desire, what your truth is. Mysterious, wild, and free. Beautiful, mysterious, wild, and free. Okay, we're going to just get some affirmations here to close your reading for you. Group 4. Have I been saying group 3? I don't know. If I have, my apologies. You are group 4. Okay, yes. Ooh, look at that. I surrender it all. This feels like I want to put outcome. Yeah, exactly. It's like surrendering the outcome of things. All you have to do is stay in alignment. That's not the easiest thing to do sometimes, but they're telling you whatever is outside of your control, somebody else's choice, the future, oftentimes the future, right? Like we can make decisions, but there is divine orchestration happening. Things are happening at certain times. Opportunities are provided. Possibilities open up at certain times. if it's an alignment and you know that you've been calling it in, if it feels like the commitment, there's a point of surrender when you're going like, okay, yes, that has surrender in it. So, they're telling you, surrender the out. Don't try to figure out what's going to happen down the road because you won't know. And that shouldn't stop you from making the beautiful, intuitive, heartfelt, heart-connected commitments, purposeful commitments that are aligned with your truth and your path at this time, or your path of truth. Okay, and to relinquish control, I simply let loose and allow myself to be more childlike, beautiful, mysterious, wild, and free. It's like, stop holding yourself back. Have the courage to charge ahead magnificently, not worrying so much about controlling the outcomes, controlling, other people and what they might think or say. Your companionship energy will come in exactly as it's meant to, and it will not be confusing. You will know, this is a companion for me. That spirit animal, I was meant to see that, and I know it has a message for me. I was meant to buy this new animal to welcome into my family. I was meant to meet this person out, and they were meant to say that to me. I was meant to go on this trip to, et cetera, et cetera. You get the point. These two affirmations connected to each other, I surrender it all to relinquish control. I simply let loose and allow myself to be more childlike. They almost work as one. It's about setting yourself free and owning who you are to have your best possible experience this month. And I'm really excited for you. I hope that this serves you, group number 4, for June, and having great expectations of yourself and what the universe is going to deliver for you, especially in the way of connection and companionship. If you are an Evolve member, this is a reminder, if you'd like some more info on the month ahead, if you're a Gold or Diamond member, you can head down below. I put the links to your home pages there. You can just go to my website and go to your home pages. You have exclusive monthly guidance and a pick a card that we do a linear pull for, so you can see the guidance as we move through the month to give you a bit more information, probably piggybacking on this energy. So head there. If you're interested in membership and finding out more about it, you can sign up at the link below or check it out, all the details out at the link below. It was my absolute pleasure to read for you group number 4. If something resonated with you in this reading, please feel free to leave me a comment down below. Hit the like button, make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you in the next reading.